kept seeing a car go into the water. All day they've been showing me reruns in my mind of Adventures with Purpose. VP's gonna find her in the Prosser Lake.
We have found Kylie Rodney's vehicle. Again, our search for Kylie at Prosser Creek Reservoir on August 21st at 10.
There are plenty of questions and very few answers after 4 students at the University of Idaho were found murdered in their off-campus house.
It's like if you look at Ted Bundy's eyes and you look at his eyes, they're the same. Maybe a little bit lighter. The one thing that I keep seeing is curls. So I don't know if he has curly hair or wavy hair, and that might be when it's grown out. I think he elongated, like his face might be a little bit longer. There's a reference to a pointier type nose. He honestly looks a lot like Ted Bundy, but like a jacked up Ted Bundy. Like not as handsome. I keep getting like a security guard or a badge. Like a Brian or something like that. It's because they are going to catch him. Because I'm seeing him in an orange jumpsuit. He wasn't as smart as he thought he was. Okay. He's probably going to go to jail for this eventually. I keep getting December.
The name Richard again.
I also get the name Rick. Damn name Allen is coming in again.
Jailed 50-year-old Richard Allen in connection with the double murder. Teen best friends Libby German and Abby Williams went hiking on a trail and never came home.
Done on November 20th, 2019 at 7:14 p.m. Quentin, but I'm seeing trash and I don't.
9:42 Wednesday morning. Quentin Simon's mom told 911 her little boy was gone.
I do keep hearing a trash truck though. Then I keep hearing the trash truck. It's almost, that's one thing I can't get rid of is the twisting of the trash bag. And so then I'm like, well, is he in the trash? Okay. Unfortunately, I hate to say that. I do hear landfill could be the...
Well, new tonight, a heartbreaking search underway in Georgia for a missing toddler. Police are sifting through trash at a landfill for the remains of 20-month-old Quentin Simon.
And I felt like he was going to be found. That was earlier in the day.
A 3-year-old boy found alive and in good health.
And I said, like, within 3 miles, but I'm not seeing him being hurt, and I'm not seeing someone coming up and getting him.
And I said, were you alone? Yes.
The main 2 things I keep getting is the wooded area and the shed.
Well, to take cover in that shed.
Late into the night to find.
I see him running to the woods. Oh, I keep getting a repeated image of him running to the woods. Okay. So maybe he decided he wanted to go play and then he kind of got lost in the woods. Be within 2 miles. I keep getting a reference to the edge of the woods. And so he's still alive because I'm not using him to get this information.
Right.
Around in the woods like I can't find my way out. I'm stuck. And I said he's in a bush.
Okay. I went across a field of grass. I came up on some woods. Sure enough, I went in the woods and about 100 feet from where I was at. I think he was in some stickers. There's a lot of stickers and all there.
Tonight in our Missing series, a case that we have heard a lot about from our viewers.
He wants to take me down the road to like a neighbor's house or something, like another farm. I also hear neighbor. He said he knows this guy. He knows him. And he's a neighbor. I don't know what the friends come in.
Suspect, 58-year-old James Brenner, who also happens to be Dylan's closest neighbor in the remote desert area of Lucin.
I wanted to put this together so that you guys could kind of understand that in the Delphi Autowrites, although they're called Delphi, I came up with multiple serial killers in that. It came out with the Gilgo. Now that we know, if I would have known back then anything about this case, I would have probably put it together. But considering I didn't know anything about the Gilgo murders or the Long Island serial killer, I did not put it together. And then a lot of the stuff was futuristic. So there's stuff in there with Organ 6 and there's stuff, or Organ 4, Organ 6. We don't know which one it is yet. There's stuff in there with other serial killers. And it looks like that there's even interconnects in the Idaho 4. So I basically wanted to put this together. It's not the best video, but I did the best that I could. It's a little bit from each of the Autowrites, everything that I could find that could fit him. There is probably more that we don't know yet, but I just put what I was able to find, what I was able to find, and what I was able to match to him and what I feel matched to him. A lot of it's very specific. And so when I did the Autowrites, remember that doing an Autowrite, you're an open channel. So I did not know how it worked back then, that when you're an Autowrite, you get multiple things. You can get whatever Spirit wants to give you. And Spirit was giving me a lot of interconnects due to timing and a lot of serial killers because all the cases were very similar and the energy was very similar. So I am putting a link below in the description box to talk about, if you want to check out that link that talks about how interconnects in Autowrites work. So Autowrites, you're not tapping into just one energy, although you try to, you are an open channel to everything. So do keep that in mind. And I think during the Delphi Autowrites, I actually said I was picking up on multiple serial killers and multiple killers and all of that in multiple cases. So as we went along, I started to realize it. That's why I do my Autowrites that way as far as the world events, because that's the way I'm able to tap into a bunch of different energies. So just wanted to let you guys know that I worked really hard on this. So please don't be too cruel on the editing. It's not the best. I did do what I could, and towards the end I really kind of screwed up, but I was trying to fix it for like 5 hours and I just kind of gave up. So hopefully you guys understand. I give credit to everybody that's on whose clips I used, and I will put the links down below to the Psychologist and everything that is on this video. I will put the links to their channel below and to the link to the videos. So without further ado, I hope you enjoy. Like I said, it's just clips from different readings that I feel match this guy, because I feel like I picked up a lot of it, and I wanted to show you guys how much fit him and how much I did pick up on him without realizing it. But again, if I would have known anything about those cases, I might have realized it, and there might be more. I just don't know about it. And there was stuff like the bad teeth. I kept trying to find, because I read it in an article that he had really bad teeth, and I couldn't find the article again. I couldn't find it again, but if you look for it, I'm sure you can find it. But that's a validation that I couldn't find. And I just did the best that I could without being an editor. So without further ado, this is the video for you guys. I hope that you enjoy it. Again, please be gentle with me, because I really struggled with it, and I worked really hard on it, and I was trying to get it up before the end of the month. And I will do actually probably more readings on Gilgo and the Eastbound Strangler to see if they're connected. That's what I want to do next, because I did pick up a lot on him, and I've picked up a lot of other serial killers that we're not aware yet. So do keep that in mind when you watch the Delphi Autowrites, and any Autowrites that I do, I can pull in other cases that are similar or due to timing. So I will see you guys next time. Please enjoy. Before I let you go, I wanted to just put this out there. I don't know if the sketch that I drew is of him or not. I know that I continued to keep seeing this guy during when I was working on Idaho 4. Now, they kept liking him to my uncle, who was of Spanish origin. However, it could be just for the features. So I would get the features right. Also, or I could have been getting the energy mixed up, because there has been now 2 Mexican serial killers that I also picked up in the Delphi Autowrites that I will try to make videos on. I don't know much about them, and I don't know much about Oregon, so I don't know how much I can put in there. But do keep that in mind. I'm going to put this here. A lot of people say the eyes, the nose. It's not going to be perfect, okay? It's coming from a vision. It's a side view. It's not going to be perfect. And think that I'm seeing him 4 or 5 years ago. Remember that too, because I can see them at any point in their lives. So I think it's actually pretty good for having my first sketch drawn up. And like I said, the reason that it was mentioned to me the way that it was, or described to me the way that it was for features, so that I would get the features right, the batter face and whatnot. So do keep that in mind as well. And I just wanted to go ahead and share that with you guys, and you can make your own on it, but I don't need negative comments about it on what you think on if it does or if it doesn't. I think that it does, and it could possibly be who I was seeing, but I was seeing a lot of different people during that time, because Spirit was giving me a lot of information, a lot of different cases. So thank you. I appreciate you guys.
He's gone by many names: the Long Island serial killer, the Gilgobeach murderer, and now authorities say they've identified him by his true name and taken him into custody.
And I feel like red is important in this case, not his favorite color. I feel like it's connected in more ways than that. It's like early 50s, like 53, 54.
sociopath, whatever you want to call it. In many ways, he's super smart. He's a genius.
Kept to himself and extremely intelligent, very smart. So
he's also very cunning. He plans things out meticulously. Rope and felt at one time they may have been tied up in some way. Also put something around their mouth in order to keep them quiet. He knew the area quite well. I feel this psycho man is a serial killer. Even I feel like there's many cases that are connected to him that's no one's figured out yet. Some people haven't even been found. The word Poughkeepsie, which is in New York, so he. This is like a cat and mouse game. Very drawn to red. It's not as. When I was trying to explain him to someone, I was back and forth pacing. I believe he does this. I would think he's very like he may have two lives or a dual personality. Again,
that this defendant was living a double life.
Sign that I feel justice will come. After all, they are both fighters, and in their passings, they continue to fight. And I'm getting chills on my head, like strong chills. So that usually means spirit. To bring this man and these men to justice, I'm hearing after all liberty and justice for all. And I thought, okay, he's a cold-hearted devil. I'm so cold. Lives taken for no reason other than his own evils. Beliefs are weird. Wants to cleanse us. Thinks we are all bad. Will strike again. The 13th. Superstitious. About doing God's work, idolizing other demons and serial killers, wants to be famous, likes the attention, likes the thrill of everyone looking for him, feels like he's invincible and can't be stopped, recruits on. He can play any character he wants. He had mental illness, but no one really knew. He's good at hiding it. He can be charming and seem normal. Then once you trust him, the dark side came out. He trolls for girls like us, ones that are looking for friends. He cut my hair. He took something from us, a trophy. He always takes trophies. Keeps them close in his briefcase to look at.
Trophies that a serial killer might keep from their victims. They're also
back on his kills. There have been 10 so far and more to come. Actually, I feel like there's more than that. They bring up there's more. Well, you'll hear the other ones. Some killings more brutal than others. Some he likes to use his hands. He gets off on watching the life drain. It's a sexual fulfillment for him. Hearing the word boisterous again, name Hunt. He knows how to survive. He is a survivalist. He wants to go down as a notorious serial killer. He doesn't think he will ever be stopped. He's invincible. By the way, I saw a deer. He wants to cleanse us for things he feels we did wrong. For being whores, he says. He says we are whores, bitches, language. Hear Tracy again. Also hear Tanya. No one chatter about this being figured out. Cops are looking in the wrong place. They're yet evil eye hearing the word skirts being shown a peach again, and then some girls he feels will not be missed, and that's how you get away with it. He carefully picks his victims. They are always young. He likes the teenagers up to 20. Sometimes a girl will look young enough, and his type he will kill her anyways, but he doesn't do too many at a time because he knows that will draw too much attention. Evil genius. I don't know why I'm being shown Rubik's Cube. Maybe he can solve one. He has never know who he is. He can creep you out or charm you. Dual personalities. This, and I'm getting the head of my side, pain on my side of my head again. This may seem man may seem home, but he's really not. He has money. He has ties. He is more powerful than people know. This we feel will get him caught because he feels so invincible. He's a Looney Tune. At the time, he has a murder kit. He always has a murder kit. Master manipulator. People know
manipulation and persuasion. He talks about
he won't be caught before he strikes again. We feel he may strike 5 more times. Patterns. See the patterns he does. There are always a reason he does what he does. He picks who he picks. Again, methodical. We anger him. He does not know us, but he thinks he does. In his mind, we are bad girls who need to be cleansed of our evil deeds. All. He doesn't have a record, as we said. People that are supposed to be solving the crimes are looking in the wrong places. His briefcase holds all the clues. He doesn't carry it with him. He has a lock on it. He brings it brings stuff back to put in it. It holds weird things from his victims. He also keeps a diary so that he can relive all the horrible things he's done. He watches doing, and he knows when you get in his head, he's looking for the next. He has been doing this a long time. Murder is what he likes, and then goes along with life like nothing. I'm shown that he has no feelings, no remorse. None of them do. They all wanted to be like him. He's so calculated. He plans. He knows what to do and how to do it. He knows how to not get caught.
Meticulous and detail-oriented. He often
on different things. Pay attention. We are always speaking to you in many ways. Signs are everywhere. Follow them. The number 4 comes in as well as the number 12. I see. And if you think about it, there's 4 girls. These 4 girls. I don't know if that's why. I see him on the dirt and rocks. I'm not sure why. I'm shown a suit and tie.
Just who is Rex Heuermann? He grew up on Long Island, but he worked in Midtown, an architect who ran a company called RH Consultants and Associates.
There is, again, we have to stress he has never been caught for anything, not anything. He was not in the system. He is too smart to be caught before. Until now, he will be caught. With this in mind, there are more tangles and webs than anyone can even realize. The world will be shocked when it comes to its head. It's like unraveling or something. Catch me if you can. No one can catch me. Every girl is picked for a reason. At the same time, I don't know why I'm shown a lot of money. They show me his hands around their neck like he strangled them, but not to death yet. Let them catch air and did it again. Something in the fact of bringing them so close to death and letting them breathe again. The power in that. I'm being led to a red cabin or barn. I'm not sure. It's just bright red and small. Ritual. But this makes me feel like he took them. If not, then it's showing that he took something intimate. He always takes something that is of significance from the girls that he likes to kill. He is knowing how to do it. He knows how to not get caught. They look up. I see a wristwatch. It's silver. It looks expensive. I also see a button missing from his shirt. Looks like it could have come off. He is one of those people that you would never think could do this. Devil in disguise. I'm seeing a braided rope. He knows how to tie knots. I just want to go back over. He's one of those people that you would never thought would do this. Justice. Pearls. They keep showing me pearls. So either one of the girls own one, or he's taken some as a souvenir from one of his victims. It's a cat and mouse game to him. He loves how he has gotten away with it so much. I'm hearing the word again. They show me a briefcase full of things he has taken: pictures, clippings, panties, jewelry, hair, whatever he feels like taking. He is a monster. 30 years and heard he's been killing at least that long. He's in his 50s. I'm told about 54. I'm trying to get. Again, this is a web, and I'm shown these lines of red string going around like a web. They show you this is. Sorry. Like they show you on the police shows when it's on a board and they're trying to make connections. Ed feels powerful, invincible. He's a narcissistic. I'm hearing bones. He has buried people when no one will find him. He might also have problems with his bones. So, man, so many missing people. No one can make the connections. He's wanting to kill hundreds. He's killed more than we said before. We just weren't sure. Think of it. He's been at it that long. He's pretty good at what he does. Extremely good. But I was shown that. I don't ever know why I get what I get, but I just kind of have to go with it in hopes that it makes sense. He also said that he hides in plain sight in your many conversations with others you are working with. He is the last person anyone would suspect. Things such as pornography that fuels the fire of their desires. Another thing we need to bring to your attention is, as we have numerous times, this man has never, big letters, been caught. Just as those serial killers got into the 40s or more with their murders and were never in jail, this man is not either. He's too smart. He's a genius, and he uses that genius IQ to exact his kills. He keeps track. At this time, I'm shown like a tally, and that is being kept. He does rituals with a lot of his kills, but some he does not. Better than the serial killers that were caught because he feels he will never get caught. But little does he know. This is why we are holding hands on this side, trying to do the right thing and come through as much as we can to give you as much info that we can. We wished it was easier in how the information plays out, but or not leave their stuff behind, that's on them. This man is in the shadows, and so he will remain there for a while. which in turn make him a baby boomer. They show me a dark room, red curtains. This is a cave of his. Relives his kills. His computer's in the corner. This is where he gets on the dark, deep web. There, he road, and this may be symbolic. The month of July is coming in now as well. At this time, a bridge, and this bridge goes over a small river area, and I see an older type Chevy car. I feel like I keep getting connections to Big Apple. I don't know if this is New York or what is considered the Big Apple. Now I apologize for this next vision, but I am shown a river with blood in it. Maybe symbolic. This man is getting a lot of attention and he loves it. He is charming, again we must say, and is good at fooling people. It's the last person anyone would think of. Travels. They're showing me the month of September. I don't know why I feel like this is a birth month. I'm hearing the word Chester. I don't know if it's...
The man accused of being a serial killer in New York was apparently planning to move to Chester County before his arrest.
I don't know if it's a name or what. Puzzle pieces. They say they must fit together. I feel he's already struck again, but people aren't putting the puzzle pieces together. Me back to a watch he wears in his left hand or left wrist. It's silver. I'm shown a cabin in the woods. This may be where he resides, like where his home is when he's in his hometown. The ritual part of this is that it's the way he does things, but is to bring him more power. He feels powerful. He's controlling. It's like he's two different people, honestly. Reference to Georgia again. This may others with the girls on the other side in connection to this case. Cold cases are connected to him. As said before, he's genius. He plans so as to not get caught and switches up taking from other serial killers so it doesn't seem connected. He doesn't want them connecting the dots. He feels that if he makes it look different, it will seem different. He doesn't want them knowing right now at this time how many he's responsible for because it keeps him from getting caught. I see I'm feeling a bit nauseous, not sure if one of the girls suffered from some kind of stomach thing, but they make me feel nauseous. Could be just because of they say put together the clues, the puzzle pieces, connect the dots, and don't worry, may get cold before it heats up again, but it doesn't mean it won't get solved. Because you all fight, it will. He will be stopped. At one time or another, they all slip up. Want to end now? They say more info will come. Be patient. They're trying, but things have to come out in a certain time. There is divine way and how everything works. They send shown an initial R, but I'm not sure why. I think that's come up before. She picks a daisy and hands it to me and says, "Thank you." I tell her, "No problem, sweetheart. I just want to help find justice for you." She tells me it will come. I also hear the word latches. Not sure why though. And I'm shown an old truck. Looks like an older Chevy, and it's loud. Has a big hood. The name Andy, but as you know, maybe just a connection. There are other girls tied to him, so many hard to count. I'm standing as a traveling businessman, feeling extremely hot right now. I was getting super hot. Their energy ends. I feel he's educated, but that's extreme anxiety. I see him playing with his hands as a nervous twitch, or when he gets the itch. I'm hearing lot lizards, and I see him watching as they walk up the sidewalk. I hear him say, "I'm a ghost, you'll never catch me." The problem is trying to tie him to the case, to the scene. I keep seeing... I was shown a briefcase. I say maybe he's a businessman or it's symbolic for business, but I think they state yes. But I ask and they state yes. And I said... And then they said they flashed some money at me. So I feel like I'm in a war zone. And I don't think the guy is skinny like he seems to pack on some chubbiness. It has a reddish tint to it. His hands are strong, which suggests that he does things with his hands, as they are showing me his hands being strong, which usually suggests that he works a lot with them, usually to build or do things, even if it's for his job or hobby.
Talk to us about how he does woodworking and building furniture, and his father used to build furniture.
And I was shown a briefcase. I say maybe he's a businessman or it's symbolic for business, but I think they state yes. But I ask and they state yes. And I said... And then they said they flashed some money at me. So I was shown as glasses for silver matter frame. Now this was ritualistic. I feel like they took them away from the area and then brought them back and staged them a certain way. I don't feel like this psycho guy has ever been caught before for any sort of sex crimes or anything like that. He's very articulate. I don't think he's been caught for anything, honestly. Everything is planned to the T. He's very gutsy to commit what he did at the time he did it. And he's very narcissistic.
I feel there is one that has a lot wrong with his teeth, and I see like a cap or a gold tooth towards the front.
This is random, but I'm seeing someone jogging in a sweat outfit. It looks like a suburban. I feel that this is way bigger than many know. Hearing the word stretches far and wide.
Month of December, to someone else, you said it was close to Christmas. If people look into these serial killers, there is a link to December with the few ones we mentioned.
Why at that time when I was doing this, probably took his time doing it the way he planned. Hearing these are my dolls.
Came across the thought the other day that this may seem cold case, but cases are solved later. Here, calculated. This is random, giving me insights into like a brotherhood of serial killers or something like that. Many can be traced back to cold cases and old cases. The other killers, I feel that this is way bigger than many know. Hearing the word stretches far and wide.
Professional statements, he said he likes to bring his visions to life and shape the world around him. And this is a trait that we oftentimes see with people that need high levels of control, and something that we know about.
Our daughter had gone to another state, had been in San Diego, and she had left in all blue because she was a runner, a race walker. And that's where she was going, to race walk with trainers that train in the Olympics.
Jogging in a sweat outfit, it looks like a Suburban. Now this reminds